So Raven didn't know that we were having a vasectomy reversal, obviously. Nobody knew that we were having a vasectomy reversal. She also didn't know that we were trying for a baby. And much like everybody else didn't know that we were trying for a baby. But she would slip these snide comments in, can we go to the park? And then I would say, yes, but you need to make friends this time. Like, I don't want to fit in the tiny tunnel. I don't want to climb the thing the whole time. I want you to make some friends. There's a lot of kids there, And she would say, well, if I had a brother or a sister, then I wouldn't ask you to play with me the whole time. So she would make these snide comments all the time. Little did she know we were actually trying to, give her a sibling. So finally we got the, the positive pregnancy test. And we actually told people early. We told my family early, and we were excited. I was excited because my mom had been asking for another grandchild for a long time. And so I told Mary Ellen, and the goal was to take this picture, and on the count of 3, say, Tanner's pregnant. And in my head, it went so good, and everybody was so excited, and it didn't go that way. It was super awkward, except Raven. I played the video back, and if you watch her, she's just so excited. She's so excited. And then afterwards, she hugged me a long time. She jumped up and down. She said, this is the best day of my life. She was so excited. And from then on, she went into big sister mode. Every day she would ask me if I was doing the right things and eating the right stuff and having enough water. And when she would go to her dad's and she would see me at church on Sunday, she would ask me if I was drinking enough water. And she told me that, I'd better be taking care of it while she was gone. When I told her the baby had ears and could apparently hear my voice, she assumed it could hear hers too, so she'd talk to it, and stuff like that. Every morning she would wake up and feed it water. She would pour water into a cup and make me drink it. And then at nighttime we would always brush our teeth together. So she put her vitamins next to her toothbrush, and my vitamins next to my toothbrush. And kids' vitamins are like candy, so she never forgot her vitamins. And so she would give the baby its vitamins at nighttime via me swallowing it. I would give her a shower, I would put her in the shower and stuff, but she was very used to me towel drying her off afterwards. And I would usually help her pick out her pajamas and do all the bedtime routines. But by the time it would hit 6 or 7, I just didn't feel very good, and I would have to lay down. So she got used to the big sister role pretty quickly, and I would start her shower, and then I would lay down, and then she would come into the bedroom, and I would towel dry her off still. But then I would send her on her way to find her own pajamas and stuff like that. If Anthony was on shift, those are the nights that she got to sleep with me, which were her favorite. And I would have everything done by 7 p.m. Bath, teeth, homework, everything. Dinner, the whole 9 yards. She would get into bed with me at 7, and I would let her watch a movie. Aladdin was usually the one that she wanted to watch there at the end. And she would wake me up when it was over, and we would turn the TV off, and she would roll over and go to bed. She would, I did a lot of stuff to make myself think that I wasn't feeling nauseated, including peppermint oil, and a friend of mine gave me some another oil for Digest Zen or something, and I would carry those in my purse all the time, and I would put them on all the time. And Raven had some tea tree oil in her room that goes in her diffuser, and she one time brought it in. I had already been asleep, but I woke up to it. I had already gone to sleep, but when I woke up, she had put a measuring spoon for her baby dolls, set the tea tree oil in a glass of water, and she set that up in case I woke up and I needed water, or and it contained her vitamin bottle. In case I woke up and needed the oil, vitamins, or water, it was on our nightstand. She really, really stepped up to the plate those last, few months, or as soon as she found out about this baby. She was very much a caregiver for me, and I didn't have to ask her to do much of anything. She took care of the dogs, she fed the dogs, she let them in, let them out. She was trying to prove to me via the dogs that she could share a room with the baby, and that I would let her be up when the baby got up during the night. And so I love her love for this one. She was very protective of it. She was very excited about it. She asked me if she could wake up with it all night long, and she also asked me if they could share a room, and that she would take care of it and I could still sleep at nighttime and she would feed it. So that was pretty cool to me. If you've watched one of my videos, I threw up. I still want to throw up. I'm 20 weeks pregnant and I still just want to throw up all the time. So I was not in the best of health, the last few months while Raven was here. I would have to go to bed early. When I say early, I mean like 6 or 7. When Anthony was home, he would help me. I would go to bed early and he would take care of the rest of Raven's stuff for me. She asked for a brother at first, and then the longer we went on, the more she said she didn't care. And I asked her, you have to want one or the other. And she really stuck to the fact that she did not care whether it was a boy or a girl there after the initial I want a boy. But from then on, she really didn't care what it was. She was just excited to be her role and to, be a big sister. And this little one, I don't want it to just be a story we tell, at Christmas or something, about your sister Raven. I want it to be something that we actually do, that we actually hands-on. That's why it's so important to me to really find my position in this Raven's legacy, because it's not only going to be me, it's going to be my husband, and it's going to be it's going to be this baby that is, actively working and actively helping. And this is going to be something that our family does for a long time in honor of Raven. And I don't want this to be a story that I just tell once or twice or once a year. I want this baby to know Raven as much as it can from the position that it's in. I think it's important. I think it's important for this baby to feel involved, just like we're involved, just like we were involved with Raven, and just like Raven was involved with it. So I'm excited. I told you in the hospital that we learned a lot of science lessons about the human body that a mother has and the effect that it can have on her young, essentially. That's what started the coolest story ever, I think, if I remember correctly. The story is that when Raven's brain was dead, I could still affect her brain cells. I could still affect the cells living in Raven. Her body would respond to me. Her cellular level responded to my voice, in a short sense, right? So whenever her temperature wouldn't stay up, if I laid next to her, my body would make hers regulate, would find where it is. So a lot of the times I just had to sit and lay with Raven, and whatever she needed, she would get from me. Well, the first night that we were there, all through the night, I was kind of in and out of it. The first night, few hours, after the fall, I would tell you that I was very much in and out. I would be half asleep, but I knew over anything else that this baby was kicking me constantly. The thing about that is that I had only felt it move one time for the first time the previous day, the Friday before the accident, the next day. Then the next night, Saturday night, the night of the accident when we were at the hospital, it kicked me all the time. I even had people say that I said it out loud. This baby's kicking me. This baby's kicking me. It's really kicking a lot. And, you know, I later found out that it's not only my body that was working. This baby also has the same energy, the same cells. It's half of Raven, you know, because it's me. So not only was my body working to fix Raven, but, you know, without knowing it, the science is that actually all three of us were kind of working together. This baby, without knowing it, just in my body, were actively working to fix what would we call the broken piece, which would be Raven. Both of us, me and this baby, were working subconsciously, obviously, to help Raven. And so that's another cool aspect. You know, they never got an interaction, but I know that they got an interaction because, you know, all three of us working together to try to give Raven everything that we could, when we could, and that'll always mean the world to me.
1, 2, everyone say Tanner's pregnant! Tanner's pregnant!
Hey.
No, really.
She really is.
No, really. We had a reversal.
I really had a
No way!
I already called my mom. I'm wearing my shoes. She just said, that's why I'm back on my meds.
Yeah!
I can't take that stuff with you.
Tanner's pregnant. Yeah. Now
Yes, I'm alive.
awesome. Yeah. Congratulations.
I don't know if I can hear you.
And I was like, well,
It's gonna be like, who's
think
that?
about that. That's cool.
Who's that?
Yeah, you're about to figure out how horrible it is. I don't think it's that bad. It's easy to say when you're not doing it.
Hello.
When you actually have to. Feelings are different. I mean, for Matthews,
Oh, I can see a hard thing right there.
Oh, really? Can you see a hard thing right there?
When your brother was born,
I can feel.
Feel?
It's like a jello.
I
Yeah.
think Matthew will. Right.
That's fine. That's fine.
Matthew's living the same person.
commitment
I'm
starting all
gonna
over.
Yeah.
What are you gonna be?
a big sister.
Oh,